Hey, what is up, guys? My name is Daniel, and today I am here with a $750 gaming PC build, which I did a long time ago, actually. Like right in the beginning of my channel, I did one of these, but I haven't done one since for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why my brain just completely skipped over this range. But yeah, this range is one of the best value ranges that you'll find. You know, it's enough to play. I don't know. I'd say medium settings, 1080p on the majority of games, even pretty high-end games. You know, Metro 2033, Metro Last Light, Battlefield 4, definitely. Battlefield 4 with this, you could probably get, you know, decent FPS at ultra settings or maxed out, honestly. You could play probably 60 FPS on high or very high, something like that. So, you know, this is a great value build if you want to be able to play at 1080p. You know, usually $500 range builds are for, you know, low-end 1080p, like medium settings on basically everything, sometimes low on very demanding games like Crysis 3 or Metro Last Light or whatever. But with this, it'll be all, you know, medium high, very high at 1080p at 60 FPS. So yeah, let's get right into this. For the CPU on the AMD FX 8350 4 GHz 8-core processor. Right now this is $180. It's a really good CPU, honestly. It overclocked like a beast, even though it is already at 4 GHz, so, you know, it might be a little bit harder than, say, an 8320 or a 6300 or something like that. So you can overclock this if you want, but, I mean, I'd leave it at stock. Really, the bottleneck in this build is not the CPU, so you can overclock the GPU if you want to increase performance. But yeah, with the CPU cooler, with the Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo sleeve-bearing CPU cooler, right now, after a $7 mail-in rebate, this is $22.99. With the CPU cooler, it'll keep our CPU nice and cool. Obviously, that was kind of redundant. But, you know, it'll keep our CPU more than cold enough. You can overclock, like I said, to maybe 4.2, 4.4, 4.6 gigahertz. I'd say if you want to, but I mean, I'd just leave it. It'll increase the longevity of your CPU anyway. So yeah, moving on to the motherboard, I'm with the ASUS M5A78L-M USB 3 Micro ATX AM3 Plus motherboard. Right now, this has a $10 mail-in rebate, making it $45 approximately. But you may be wondering why I went with such a low-end motherboard like this. It's not really low-end. It's actually not a bad motherboard. It's by ASUS and everything. But the reason I went with this is just to save money so I could go with a better GPU, which I did. I also saved on the RAM and hard drive, and that's really about it. Everything else in this build is pretty top-notch. But yeah, like I said, for the memory, I went with the Crucial Ballistics Sport 8GB, which is 2 sticks of 4GB, DDR3, 1600 megahertz memory. Right now, this is $86.99. I do like this RAM a lot. It's not bad RAM by any means, although it was cheaper when I actually made this build. So, you know, you can change this build up and get, I believe, what is it? Like 8-it has got some pretty cheap RAM. There's got to be some other Crucial line, like not anything other than Crucial Ballistics, but I'm pretty sure there's probably some Crucial Ballistics sticks you could find for cheaper than this. But yeah, so edit this build after I put up this video if you want, if you're actually going to buy this rig. Edit it and, you know, go for some cheaper RAM. But yeah, for the storage, I'm with the Seagate Barracuda 2TB, 7200 RPM internal hard drive. Right now, this has a $5 mail-in rebate. Usually, I go with WD Blues in price ranges like this, but the reason I went with this hard drive is actually because at the end of me making this build, I actually had like $30 more to spend, I think, maybe 40, and I couldn't step up to like a 2TB Caviar Black from the 1TB Caviar Blue that I was at previously. Because it was over budget, but what I could step up to is this, so, you know, if you want slightly faster read and write speeds and more reliability from your hard drive, then step down to the 1TB WD Blue. If you just care about more space, then obviously go with this. So yeah, for the video card, I'm with the XFX Radeon R9 270X 2GB double dissipation video card. I'm sorry, I can't even talk. This has a $20 mail-in rebate, making it $170. It's a pretty good GPU. There are better value ranges, like in the build I just recorded before this, my $450 build. there is better sales on the 260Xs, but in this build, I'm not going to go down to a 260X because that's just dumb. So yeah, I do like the 270Xs a lot. If you do need to step down to like a 270 to save some money, if you're going to do that, I would also step down with a CPU and get like a 6300 or 6350 or whatever you feel like getting. Because, you know, there's not much of a point of getting a 270 and an 8350. That's kind of stupid for gaming anyway. So yeah, for the case, I'm with the Fractal Design Define R4 with a Windows. This is the Black Pearl ATX mid-tower case version. Right now this has a $10 off promo code, making it $80, which I've said this in a couple of commentaries before, but this case used to be like $120 or $130, and now it's it went down to like $109 for a little while, and now it's down to $80, which is pretty awesome. I do like the NZXT H440 a little bit more, which is usually the competitor to this, but this is so cheap right now, there's really not a point of getting the H440. So yeah, for the power supply, I'm with the Seasonic G 550 watt, 80 plus gold certified semi-modular ATX power supply. Right now, this is $75, although for some reason it has $11 shipping. What? Why? Okay. So yeah, it's without shipping, it's $75. I do like this power supply a lot. In this build, we're only using 402 watts, so it is gold certified, semi-modular, and you have overhead, which is nice. You have about 150 watts of overhead, so you will get reasonably good efficiency. Plus, with the gold certification, you should get even better efficiency. If you do want to go, and actually, I think the reason I chose this power supply earlier is because it had a mail-in rebate or something. So if you do want to step down to like the Corsair CX500 or CX550 or CX600, if that's on sale, then go for that. Especially being that this has $11 in shipping. So yeah, not much more I could say. Like this video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new here. I post content every other day. Thanks for watching, and peace.
Look, I've been working, I've been trapping with the J's. I've been stretching, I've been flexing with the gang. I've been booming, swear to God, nobody moving, boy. If you ain't talking loot, then get the fuck